Hey everyone, so we're going to try something new this week. I'm practicing with editing videos, so I'm going to do a card reading for every day this week up until Saturday. On Saturday, just depending what goes on with the week, is the new moon solar eclipse day, so the start of eclipse season. And so I may come on Saturday and talk about that or wait for holding space Sundays, but we'll see. Yeah, so for now, this is just an energy reading for the week to see what each day holds for us. We're just going to read 3 cards for each and take a look at what we might be able to expect or feel, or um, how we might just get through those days. And, what little mini spiritual practices do we need to put into play every day. So, yeah, and it's just a good experiment for me to um, edit this together. Hopefully, I can get it up on Monday instead of like later in the week. But we'll just try and see how it goes. All right, we're going to start with Monday. So just got the 3 different decks here. I'll list the decks below in the description as I put up this video. So this is for Monday. That guy right there. We'll read them all at once. We'll do the shuffling first. Oh, that came up pretty quick. Okay. And that one too. Okay, so Monday. First card is Lady's Mantle. So mother, healing, and alchemy. Um, that's a big one. So this could relate to us having to do some mothering to ourselves, some tending, some healing, some caring. Alchemy usually is us changing into something different. And mother healing wise, it might just also be that you need to heal something with your actual mom. So let's see what the other cards say and then we'll put it all together. The next one is crossing bridges. It's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. Yeah, so 100% there is some sort of energy of healing with our mother. So um, whether that's us healing as a mother and um, looking into like ways we don't we don't exemplify ourselves as being a great mother or things like that. If it's your mother, um, it just might mean it's time to have a reconnection or a releasing or a healing around this. So um, some mothers aren't on the plane with us anymore. So it's just a matter of having a meditation, a conversation. Um, if you can't do those, forgiveness, right, is the person doesn't have to be present for you to forgive. So, or even just to like express how we feel. So, journal work, um, just a prayer, a meditation, something like that. And then the last card comes up, embrace, loving unconditionally. So, yeah, that's interesting. We've got a little bit of mother healing to do, or this is just self healing and needing to love yourself unconditionally, love others unconditionally. Time to heal, time to connect, mend those, cross that bridge, and releasing. I think is the big word there, right? Let's change, and the alchemy thing. Let's change and heal the situation so that it's in a better space for all. Whether we do that etherically by praying or meditating or journaling, or we actually have that tough conversation with that mother. All right, Tuesday. Let's have a look. So again, we'll shuffle these. Ooh, that bounced. Ooh, we got 2 on Tuesday, right at the top. Okay, kind of bouncy today. Um, so it's obviously Monday while I'm doing this full reading. And there was a little bit of solar flare activity last night coming in. And I'm starting to feel a little anxious this afternoon. It was just 4:44. Pretty cool. So I think, yeah, I feel like the energy is gearing up again, and these cards definitely are showing that. So Tuesday, we're going to fire it up a little bit. So the sun comes up, which means, honestly, yeah, she's probably going to spew off. Is the sun a she or a he? Who knows? Anyway, it's going to probably spew off a pretty big energy source. God energy is the bottom on this. Illumination and growth. And again, just remembering those flares are there for a reason. They're going to be helping us through this time and raising our frequency and vibration. So it might not feel awesome, but just, again, be in the flow, go with it, drink lots of water, try to, take lots of good self care if you can. And then the other one that came up in there was orange, which is our sacral chakra, and creativity and change came up. So I just feel like this is part of birthing the new, and there's going to be like new avenues of things that we're going to have our eyes opened to. So it's just to be prepared for those changes and then have some creative solutions. It also means that we're coming into a time of our own sovereignty where we're going to be able to take our creativity and put it out into the world. And it's more important about that than how much money you make, what job you do, any of that. Though that paradigm is shifting. It's going to feel a little weird, but it is changing. So have some creativity, do some manifesting. What do you want to see? Be creative. The other card that came up was discovering truth. You stand in the light of truth. So I think, again, as this sovereignty piece comes in, there's definitely things that are, we talked about this in the meditation, well, in the cards last night, is that, things aren't getting darker, they're just being exposed by the light. So more of that is going to come. I'd say because this is the Tuesday reading, there could be some big news on Tuesday that maybe blows our mind about what where we've been and what this whole purpose of Earth is. And it might very well be around the solar flares if that's, if the sun's illuminating that. So, and the last one is integrity, being authentic. It's exactly what I just said about us heading into sovereignty. We can't, and standing in our truth and being in and being authentic. Who are you really? Who are we? I know it's the biggest question. But it's like we have to know what we want and where we want to be and how and what our boundaries and our um, dreams and wishes and all of that. We have to be like fairly clear on those things because if we're not, then we start manifesting stuff that we don't want and we keep saying, why is this happening to me? I can't make this change and I don't like this. But we keep manifesting it because we're not paying enough attention to being authentic and asking ourselves, what's my truth and what do I want to see? So that's Tuesday. That's Tuesday's homework. Okay, and now Wednesday. Again, shuffling the cards and seeing what the energy of Wednesday is going to be. Interesting. At the end of the week, too, we do have that eclipse starting, but I also believe Venus goes conjunct with Jupiter. Um, Jupiter is about expansion and truth, so we could see some things there. Let's see. Um, But it's interesting because, like, I sort of tried to allude to it last night, but don't think I really got to it. Was that um, eclipse season usually shakes and stirs things up, and so sometimes it can be a tumultuous time. But I think with this conjunction being in there, it sounds like it's going to be more of a bringing love, Venus, into the situation. And bringing an easier time of figuring things out. So Jupiter, like Jupiter's the ruler of Sagittarius, which I am, and it's about, like digging deep and finding out truth um, but more in and many philosophical kind of ways too. So I think that's the energy we're heading towards at the end of the week with that eclipse. And so this time it's not going to feel so sluggish and heavy and hard to do. It's going to bring things to the surface, but with love. Anyway, I digress. That was something we could have talked about on Saturday. But now we're doing Wednesday. So the first card that comes up is the fairies. Environment, playtime, enchantment. This is strictly saying if you can get out on Wednesday and get out into nature, go and play, be young, be fun, be happy. And yeah, interesting. We're going to read the next two cards because it's in, and then we'll sum it up because they're contradictory, but they're not. Valiant courage came up. Take action with passion. And then courage came up, being greater. So what this is kind of paying off in my head is that there is something gonna, like some truth coming out on Tuesday that we might hear might throw us a little bit off. It's just a matter of like we're gonna have courage we have the courage to get through this. We're gonna stand strong, we're gonna do it together. If it's becoming too heavy or too, you know, it's too much information, just get out into nature, get out into the environment, breathe and connect with nature, and that will help, ground us back down. It's interesting though, because like the realm of the fairies is a much higher vibration. So, yeah, so we want to connect with those too. And so I would just suggest, whatever comes this week, whatever energy comes in, or truth or anything like that, it's just time for us to like start dealing with this stuff. So that's like take action with passion, and love. Like we're just like the conjunction. There's a reason I spoke about it on Wednesday instead of Saturday in this video, and that's because they're just reminding us that we have to stand up strong and true and bring love to the situation, and we have to play, and we have to start having more fun and enchantment and reaching those higher realms. Yeah. All right. Let's look at Thursday. Ooh, flipped right over. That was awesome. I don't know if you saw that. I'm not sure where the level of cuts off. I can see it, but okay. So first card is dancing, self-expression, and movement. So again, a little bit off the theme of Wednesday is try to get out and get your body moving. It's really critical right now, that like as this energy even comes through. So if we don't learn anything new or it's not earth shattering this week, just like our body needs to keep moving, and that's going to be the best way to get through any potential big solar flares that come through. Obviously, if it wipes you out to the point that you're so tired you need to go and sleep, go and sleep. But in those moments, make sure you're getting out and you're moving. And the self-expression piece is it's just like that creativity is still coming in from Tuesday, where we're like, you still need to work that out. So if you don't dance, it's not about necessarily dancing, but if honestly though, we can all dance, right? It's inherent in our nature. So if stuff's getting just like stagnant or just too much anger coming up, close the door to your room and crank some tunes and just dance like nobody's watching, quite literally. The next one is narrow pathway, tread thoughtfully. So I think it's just a quick reminder to us that, yeah, it's a small pathway going forward. What's coming to me is just be careful the things we say to each other and ourselves, right? Let's not try to uh, beat ourselves down, but just focus on the task ahead of getting through whatever's coming. Step by step, it's like the balance beam, right? Just one foot in front of the other. Make sure you're focused. Don't throw your focus away. Think about what you're doing. Don't say things, you know, think before you speak, right? Those sorts of things. And then the other card is gratitude, seeing the gift. So even though whatever, it's kind of like, yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're kind of getting a little bit of a lesson and a little bit of a truth about something we didn't know about. So it's about seeing the gift in that, and just practicing gratitude and expressing yourself in the way that is is true for you, but doesn't necessarily harm others. It's a tricky one. That's the narrow pathway, right? Sometimes it's easier just to fly off the handle and say something stupid and have to backtrack and do a lot of apologies. So I think it's just like we're just trying to find those new ways to express our truth, to um, do it thoughtfully and gracefully and kindly to others and ourselves. It is a balance beam, and it's all new to us. So, you know, first of all, be patient with yourself and do just take those moments to think before we act. Okay, here's Friday. Right the week. I don't know. I'm just looking at the card. Oh, we get that again. Okay. I already know what this is talking about. Ah, okay, which one? I want these two, but I want these two. Okay. Whew. Okay. So Friday, we still have homework to do because stuff's still coming out apparently. So the mirror, truth revealed. And I say that this veil, as we get into this eclipse is coming up, is just going to keep being pulled off, and the light's getting shined on the dark, and we're going to learn a lot more things. Um, the thing I love about this card is that from the back, she looks like a dark figure, but she looks like a Hawaiian goddess actually in the reflection in the mirror with the lotus wide open in the ocean. So I think this is just letting us know that as all this stuff happens, the truth is being revealed about who we really are as human beings on this planet, which is, there's lots of controversy around it in terms of, have we been lied to? Are we more powerful than we've been led to believe? Um, we are this. We're the goddess. Like we're in there, and I mean that for both masculine and feminine energies. Um, yeah, we. The lotus always represents enlightenment, um, and this is she's got a sparkling crown at the third eye, um, and then a huge like crystal crown. So this is just us, the mirror is starting to reveal who we really are and just how much potential and energy we have, how unique we are. Yeah, starting to come out. Then the card that does come up though next is crossing bridges. Again, we got it again. So it's again time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. What instantly came to me was like a personal thing, which I'm not going to share on here, but you can get the gist of over the last 2 years, there's been a lot of disagreements. We've been really polarized on either sides of things. Um, it's destroyed some relationships, some friendships, some close, families have been ripped apart by this, and they're still having issues. I know many people, it's not just myself, where people are not speaking to one another. So this is just starting to say that as these truths come out, um, yeah, it's not about like I told you so, um, or needing an apology for anything on either side. This is just like purely okay, this is the truth. Sam, what's this? It's just like his reflection. It's so cute. Anyway, um, yeah, as these truths come out, um, we just need to hold each other's hand and cross this bridge together. This is about this is about purely about healing and connecting and mending. Mending is healing, right? And yeah, and just the only way for us to really move forward is to just like go together, and release that past and all those incidences or fights that may have happened or judgments, and we need to stick together and move forward. So that's fun. um, the now moment is being anchored in. It's being anchored. So um, for us, if you're on that path, uh, it's kind of anchoring in the light so that we can make these changes now. So again, it's really going back to that, like, don't bring up the past, don't bring up the future. Live in the moment and hold that person's hand, do the healing, mend the relationship, release the past, and release also the future expectations that we had, that we thought our world was heading to, because those are all going to change. So it's about being in the present moment, being in the now, not saying I told you so, not dredging up the past, and just moving across that bridge, healing, releasing. Yeah. And so grace. It's not easy to be full of grace. Being guided. Know that we are spiritually being guided through this by all of our guides and other realms of energies, of beings. So yeah, if you can sit in a state of grace as we move through this, it's going to be the easiest and best way for us. That's all I got to say about Friday. It's just a tiny concept. It's a lot of work. But yeah, honestly, just take a breath. And again, don't just say things off the top of your head. Don't expect an apology. Let's let go of the past. Let's heal it. Let's mend it. And let's cross the bridge together. That's what we came to do. Okay. And Saturday. So I'm hoping this one's not too long because I think I might, depending on, ooh, I think I need these. Depending on how my actual Saturday goes for work and things like that, because it is that eclipse night and the new moon, I might try to jump on and do a reading or meditation. Um, I'll do my best. I never know from day to day. Oh man, okay. where where I'm going to be and if I'm going to be too tired to do something. Oh, these cards are coming back out again, which is good. Okay, we've got all right. Got a few. I wasn't planning on reading this many for Saturday because I was thinking, well, and things can change by the end of the week, right? With different energies coming in. Okay. Actually, I'm going to read this card first because it's so funny. It's a new moon, but the card that comes up for Saturday is Moonstone, Mystery and Intuition. So, generally around moon cycles, we have heightened intuition. So, it's just going to be a matter of listening to those. And then the card is past life, but I don't feel like that's like the one that says on it is gifts, and she's opening a box with the crescent moon on it. I think some angel symbology there. Anyway, I think as this eclipse comes in, and we kind of understand more about, where, what we are, what our true abilities are, more abilities, gifts, psychic gifts, if you want to call them that, are going to come in. So don't be surprised if you suddenly, if your intuition is going through the roof on Saturday or the days leading up to or past it. Um, I think this is, like I said, the sun is coming in, it's tuning up our energy. And so these natural abilities, which have been suppressed in us because that's where they were, is they're starting to like come online. And so don't freak out about it. Do your best just to like ground. If you're really like losing it, please get a hold of me because I, I, I'm, I've been doing this for a few years now, so I kind of know ways that we can like help it integrate without it like jarring you. Um, Discovering truth came back up on Saturday. Stand in the light of truth. So honestly, this is just about starting to accept who we truly are and that we are divine and infinite beings that have a far more skill in terms of our spirituality than we've ever been led to believe. So as those come out, try to take it in bite-sized pieces or steps. Like, don't let it overwhelm you. Um, the normal things will still work. Grounding, taking care of ourselves, that kind of thing. Gratitude came up again. So seeing the gift again, these are all gifts coming online. So instead of us looking at it as like freaky and, um, you know, like as something that's scaring us, just slowly allowing it to integrate and being like and grateful, like thank you, like it's just time for us to know this stuff. It's no fun having it repressed, and it's no fun um, just living this life where we're just like, you know, we're not getting ahead. We're just doing the same old every day. We don't have to do that anymore. The next card is life. Being awake in the dream. So I think that's also what's happening is like we're going to start to realize that a lot of what we've been shown is a matrix. It's not really been completely real. Um, but as these energies come in and we upgrade, we wake up and we're like, wow, life is totally different, but it's so much better. And then the last card that popped out was attitude. So it's really important to just be like, and it says yes on the card. So we just have to like, let's just open ourselves and be like, yes, let's do this. It's time. Anyway, so that's what I get for right now at the start of this week. And we'll see. Things can, timelines do change depending on the energy we put into it. So if you're putting a lot of fear and stuff into it, you might like thwart some of these processes. I don't think that's going to be the case anymore. I think it's very real that we're going to get a pretty strong solar flare that's going to like really change things on this planet. And yeah, we just need to be doing our work every day to keep ourselves in the best alignment that we can so that when things start to really shift and change, it's not jarring to us. So a lot of self-care, a lot of healing work, all of that stuff. Just keep doing your meditation, keep making sure you're grounded, or get out into nature and breathe and just know that this time was always predicted to come, and it seems a little scary, but we'll get through it together. We'll mend the fences of the last couple years, and we'll cross that bridge, and it's just time. All right, hopefully see you Saturday or Sunday night, just depending on how my week goes. I hope this helped. And again, if you do need any help or, just things are like too much, I'm always here to talk to. Love you guys. Take care.